Our goal is your satisfaction. Let us show you the way.
How do you cook frozen lobster tails without thawing? Variation. If you have no time to defrost the tails, you can drop the frozen tails into a pot of boiling water. Simmer the tails for 15 minutes or until they turn bright red. Keep in mind that this method isn't preferred since the meat may become mushy or stick to the shells. How do you defrost lobster? First things first. Always thaw lobster tails if they are frozen. The most effective way to do this is by placing them in the refrigerator for 24 hours prior to cooking. If you need them faster, you can thaw at room temp for a few hours, and if you need them right away, thaw under running cold water. Are frozen lobster tails good? Tails should be frozen and thawed just before cooking. You want to cook right away once thawed. Look for lobster tails ranging from 5 ounces to 12 ounces. These are smaller tails, and are the prime size for getting a good amount of meat and a quality taste and texture with lobster tails. How do you steam frozen lobster tails? Bring 1-inch water to a boil in a large pot or deep skillet with a tight-fitting lid. Place a steamer basket over water. Place tails, cut side up, in the basket. Cover and steam until meat is just opaque and very plump, 5 to 6 minutes. Do not overcook or meat will begin to shrink and dry out. Can you boil a frozen lobster? Cooking frozen lobster tails in a large kettle. Bring enough water to a boil to cover lobster tails. Add 1 tablespoon salt, if desired, for each quart of water. Place thawed tails in boiling water. When water returns to a boil, reduce heat and simmer. Do not boil, covered, 5 minimum. How long to boil pre-cooked frozen lobster? Cooking tips. Pre-cooked frozen lobster. Bring a pot of water to a boil over high heat. Place the lobster into the pot and remove the pot from the heat. Let the lobster sit in the hot water for 8 to 10 minutes. Remove the lobster from the pot and check that the meat in the tail is completely hot.
Take our lead. Let's help you make your mark.